Decision making is such a critical part of our lives that it would do us well to know what is the best way to arrive at correct decisions. I think I can hear someone responding with an amen. Here's what James chapter 1 and verse 5 offers to us as believers as the best way to make decisions. Hear the word of the Lord. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him. 1 James 1 and 5. In complete transparency, I confess that there was a season in my life, back in days gone by, when I thought I knew everything about life. Maybe you have some experience as well. But after enough failed teenage decisions, I began to realize that I lacked true wisdom. It was then when I discovered that the God who had redeemed my life had all wisdom. It was then that I began to go to Him with not just my big decisions, but each day I took all decisions before Him. Here's even more transparency. I still sometimes, many years later, make bad decisions. Now, I don't blame God, because when I hear the word of the Lord, I realize this, but let him ask in faith with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person, James 1 and 7 says, must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. Verse 8 says, he is double-minded, unstable in all his ways. After all these years, my friends, I have discovered that just asking for wisdom does not guarantee a wise decision. One must make a faith decision, which is the decision to ask God with a trusting and willing heart to do whatever God says about each of your decisions. I hope this time in the Word helps you today, because I want to advise you to ask God about every decision and then accept His wisdom. And then with faith, apply what He directs in our lives. Why? So that we can know that we're walking by faith and that faith works. Let my advice just kind of sink in a little bit with you. That we together can discover by faith the decisions that God has for our lives. Until next time, may God richly bless you, and may His faith decisions become the decisions of your life.